Sorry guys, in the last video we told you to cover many topic, but as the last video is a bit long, we cut the last video into two parts and this is the second part. Next, we are going to see what is paste special. So you can simply Ctrl plus V to click the paste, but there are several paste options available. For example, this one is a simple paste. This one will paste the function, and this one will paste it with values, only values, and so on. Let's say give it a color green and copy using Ctrl C or right click, copy, then paste it using Ctrl V or paste, simple paste. It will be copied along with the formatting option. So to remove formatting option and only to paste, go to paste special. It will show values. Values will only paste the value in that cell, particular cell. This will paste the formulas in the particular cell, and formulas along with number formatting will be pasted using this, and keep source formatting will prevent the source formatting. If the source is green, it will be green, and so on. So if the source is changed, it will change. Next we have no borders. This is used to keep the column width. If let's say column is higher than usual, then we are copying it and paste it using keep column source. So column will be pasted with the width of the source. And we have other options such as transpose. As you can see, there is no effect because transpose is used when we select multiple columns and click copy. Then we are going to paste it in the opposite direction. So click paste and click transpose. It will transpose it along the row. Along the column. It will transpose it along the column. Since it's along the row, it will be transposed along the column. If it's along the column, it will be again transposed to rows. Place special transpose. And there are other options too, which I already discussed. Only values and number formatting, values and source formatting. Number formatting is nothing but let's say we want to increase the decimal, so click this, copy this and paste. Values will paste only 2, so values with number formatting result in the decimal places. And source formatting, we already know, it will copy all the values along with the formatting options. We have other interesting formatting such as paste link. Link is nothing but a copy of this, clone of this. If we change the parent value, then link will automatically be changed. It's very helpful in dealing with results of a calculation. Examples of link will be shown later. Next we have other two things, which is copy it, paste special, picture. We can save a element as a picture or linked picture. Linked picture is similar to linked number. Instead of number, it's saving it as a picture. That's it. Next we are going to see the most important topic, the formulas. Formulas are user defined. Formulas can be used. It's the direct application in many fields. Let's say we want to add several columns. As we have expenses, say food, travel, education, so on. So expenses on each of the items is 1000, 2000, something like that. So using formulas we can add all these. Since it's simple 3 digit, we can calculate it on your own, but in dealing with real time problems it will be tens and thousands. So formula starts with equal to. Equal to defines the formula. Then we have to click the items we have to add using the cell number. We can directly enter A1 plus A2. Using this we can, it's a little bit confusing, so we can use click, we can directly click on the cells. This click enter. You can see the value of the summation of three elements. You can see the formula in the formula tab, equal to B15 plus B16 plus B17, which is the cell number. This is a example of simple formula. I already told you, let's have another column called salary, and we have to calculate the remaining of the let's say salary is somewhere in here, and total expense is this. So salary is total expense minus salary is the amount we have in hand. As we know, there's a special paste function. We can copy this and paste it as a link. So the total expense is 6000 and salary, let's say 15,000. So the remaining is, start formula starts with equal 15 minus total expenses is 9000. So why do I use the link here? Because if we change the expenses in here, let's say if food increased due to some reasons, say 2000, so you can see that it increases, and as we paste it as a link, so it too increases, and the remaining we can calculate it on its own. So this is the usefulness of a link. Using links we can extract certain information and keep it linked to the parent source, and there are several formulas. Next concept we are going to see is functions. Functions are simply predefined formulas. Since formulas are user defined, functions are already defined by the software provider to provide the basic of formulas you need. Let's say you have to add these things, so you can use functions. Go to formulas and functions. You have certain tabs: auto sum, recently used, financial functions, logical functions, text, so and so on. Let's see some of the basic function. Click on insert function. You can see that it starts with equal because formula always starts with equal. There's a list of functions you can see, but we can directly go to basic function. Click on sum. So on clicking on it, it will define the range. You can see the function, this is the name of the function, which is sum. We have to add, this is the range, open bracket. C1 is the first element of the function, or the first element from which we have to calculate the sum, and C7 is the last element, which will be separated by a semicolon and then bracket is closed. This is an example of function. On clicking enter, we can directly get this. In this example we see that we added each and every cell by clicking on it. Simply we can do the same operation by giving the range. This is called range, from where to where the functions should apply. As we see some function, there are some other functions we can use: average, count number, max, Let's say you have some n numbers and you have to count it. Click on count, click the give the range, click enter, and it will give the number of elements in it. And other functions are average, which will give the average or similar. And there are some other functions such as sine, cosine. For I already told that it will be used for research purpose. There will be some multiple mathematical functions such as sine, square root, square, etc. We don't need it for now. And there is a interesting things called if else, and these are called logical function. Checks whether a condition is true in the particular range. Click on the cell in which the function needs to be applied, or click on the range of cells. If, and what should be the condition? If it's true, it should be 1. If it's false, it should be 0, let's say. And logical test is the number should be greater than 5. 0 because it's false, right? We know. Let's say we have series of data. If we have to check if for a range of cells, first one be 1, and use autofill. Go to formulas, logical, if, click on the cell. If the current cell is greater than 5, return true or else false. Click OK. This will check and give the result. As 1 is less than 5, it is false. Let's say if you have to apply this for all the 10 row, you don't have to do the same process, which is go to logical, if, and do the same. Just simply use autofill. Go to the corner and drag up to 10. The formulas will be filled. This is one of the important features of autofill, is copying formulas. As in the first cell, a1 is greater than 5, it will return true if true or false if false. Similarly, if you go to the second cell, it will be a2, and similarly it will go on up to 5. 5 is not greater than 5, it is false. After that, it's true. This is how you should use autofill. Next we have, as we already see, some function average, and count number is used to count the number, and max and min will give the maximum and minimum in the selected range. An example of some function has already been given. This is a similar example. Give sum of range from f1 to f10, gives this result. There are other predefined functions such as pi, square root, which I already defined. It's a mathematical function. Pi is similar to 3.14 the value, and square root is similar to the square root, which is square root of 4 is 2 and 9 is 3. Similarly, power O is used to give the x power n, and cos and sine are predefined functions. These are some of the Excel tips which you can use to navigate to the last cell. For example, from the first cell, click Ctrl plus down arrow, which will give you the last cell up to which you have value. To go to the last cell, you can press again Ctrl plus down arrow, which will navigate to the last up to which the Excel can generate rows. And again you have to go to the first cell, press Ctrl plus up arrow, and again go to the first cell, Ctrl plus up arrow. To go to the last column, you can similarly use Ctrl plus right arrow. in my case, this is the last edited or written row. It goes to true. Again press Ctrl plus right arrow to navigate to the last column of the Excel sheet. This is the last column. Thank you. In next video we can see of charts and graphs, etc. Thank you for watching.